thoughts and prayers of the entire White House remain with all of the Catholics around the world who are mourning the death of Pope Francis. Pope Francis touched millions of lives and dedicated his life to serving the Catholic Church. As a mark of respect for his memory, President Trump ordered flags be flown at half-staff, and he will be traveling to attend his funeral in Rome. The president will depart from Washington on Friday morning and return to the United States on Saturday evening following the funeral service. The thoughts and prayers of...
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Friend Shot Pearson, and welcome to Friend Shot Blue. Friday the 25th of April, another day the Lord has made. Let us be glad in it. 8:54 in the a.m. Today, President Trump, First Lady Melania, en route to Rome to pay their respects to the pontiff. I have a question for you guys. The new pontiff and the selection process, does the President of the United States have any pull, that is, any influence? I've done a few videos already about the conclave and the movie. What do you think? Do you think that there is an international hand involved beyond the voting process of the other popes? Many have been watching the news over the last few days, wondering just who that person will be. Will they be liberal, somewhere in the middle? Will they be conservative? What is your take? What is your observation of the late Pope Francis? Will the conclave and or outside influence allegedly choose someone who is like the Pope, or someone in the middle, or someone completely different? The question has got to be asked because now the direction of Rome, America, and the world arguably will be heavily influenced by this person. Many believe that these are the last days, that the Antichrist is amongst us, that Revelation 13 is speaking and will speak, and that there will be a false prophet that will rise and be in assignment, if you will, with the Antichrist. Will the pontiff process be more than just one? You know, a few years ago, I don't know exactly when, but I do remember a pontiff only serving X amount of days and then one died. What do you think? Or do you not really care? So they're on their way. And the world is watching. Now I asked you, did you care? That was done on purpose. Because I want to jog your imagination as to what is and what could be. The formality is set, and we just suspect, well, some of us do, that there are hidden objectives and agendas in place, and that the major people are just going through the motions, but the decision is already made.
President Trump is said to be rooting for an American to be chosen as the next pope. He's 76-year-old Cardinal Raymond Burke of Wisconsin, an outspoken Trump supporter. Cardinal Burke condemned Joe Biden's stance on abortion and praised Trump at a March for Life rally in January.
There couldn't be anything more important for our nation than to restore the respect for human life, and that the president himself will now give witness to this is really it's a wonderful moment.
He is so far to the right. He is such a polar opposite of Pope Francis. It would be a bridge too far for the conclave. But you never know. He is the champion of the opposition to Pope Francis.
He was a good man, worked hard.
The president ordered flags flown at half-staff today and spoke about Pope Francis at the White House Easter egg roll, but did not endorse anyone.
Do you have any favorites, any American Pope?
Well, I met and look, he's a great gentleman, great man.
Let's go through some of the selection people. And then I have some major points to show you guys, which I think will be intriguing, because the dates blew my mind. And it just might in part show you how this thing allegedly has been orchestrated.
Cardinal Luis Tagle from the Philippines is a frontrunner to be the first Asian pope, referred to as the Pope Francis of Asia, with a heavy focus on social justice and caring for the poor. Italian Cardinal Pietro Parolin is 70. He served as Francis's Secretary of State, but he lacks pastoral experience. Another Italian, Cardinal Pier Battista Pizzaballa, is also on the short list. At 60, he's lived for the last 3 decades in the Middle East, currently serving as the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem. Cardinal Peter Erdo, at 72, is a leading conservative from Hungary, supported among the European cardinals, and is close to Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Cardinal Luis Tagle
Who will be the next pope and succession? Here's one that people believe is the front runner, because he knew the Pope and worked directly under him.
About 14 days after the death or resignation of a pope, a conclave is called. Okay, Jack, so who's next?
Well, there's about a dozen frontrunners, but I think that the main one at the moment, Pietro Parolin. Now, he's the Vatican's Secretary of State, and so he knows all the secrets for some significant amount of time, all the skeletons, and there's a reason that he's a frontrunner, because he's considered to be a steady hand.
Pietro Parolin is Pope Francis's chief advisor, and he's been his emissary advocating for climate change mitigation around the world.
The destruction of the environment is an offense against God, a sin that is not only personal but also structural.
And there's also the Philippines Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle.
So will it be this gentleman here? Will it be? Now, I want to show you something which I don't think is talked about, that is rarely talked about. This is when Trump visited the pontiff. I don't claim to be the expert on body language, but I want you to watch the connect or lack thereof. What did you think? Let's look at it again. He's smiling, he's greeting. Pope takes position. Trump throws on a smile, and the Pope is as blank as ever. Now you know the Pope had to know that this moment would go around the world. He's a global statesman. He's a global statesman. He's the figure of the Catholic Church. He had to know. Was he speaking without speaking? Was he comfortable? You know, the gift that Trump gave him was a lotus flower. I've talked about it in other videos. Out of the lotus flower comes the sun god, Ra. Again, let's look at it. Welcome new subscribers, I'm Friendshot Pearson. Trump gives the pontiff a lotus flower. Trump gives the pontiff a lotus flower. This is what he gave him. And historically, out of the lotus flower comes the sun god Ra, the new rain. Why did Donald Trump give him that? Was he sensing something? What does the body language tell you? I want you guys to study these numbers because this might be something very telling from the past and onward. This is Donald Trump's next birthday, 6/14/2025. This is today, 4/25/2025. Trump's going to Rome. The difference is 50 days. I've been teaching 50 for quite a while. We have 50 states in our union. Joe Biden on December 24th made the bald eagle our national bird. But he also passed 50 laws that day, December 24th of 2024. Denzel Washington said about a month and a half ago, he said that 50 years ago, he was in his mother's beauty shop and an evangelist prophesied saying he would preach the gospel, another 50. I've shown a video where there is a video on YouTube where it's claimed that P. Diddy lost 50 pounds, the 50. There are so many examples of the 50. One of the most famous ones is that the United Healthcare CEO He was 50 years old when he was allegedly gunned down by Luigi in New York, December 4th of 2024. Why all these 50s? I submit to you, the 50 is America. The 50 is America. And I was stunned this morning when I took Donald Trump's birthday coming up this year and subtracted it from today and got 50. It's speaking about something. It's speaking about America. He's on his way to Rome, but it's 50 days prior to his birthday. Come on, man. Come on, people. What's really going on? Pope Francis was elected March 13, 2013. He was chosen by the papal conclave to succeed Pope Benedict the 26th, who had resigned February 28, 2013. So let's take March 13th. March 13, 2013, Pope Francis became the pontiff. Subtracted from the day he died, 4/21/2025. The difference is 12 years and 12 years, 5 weeks, and 5 days. What is 5/5? Did you know that Julius Caesar died at 55 years old? What a moving number here. And let's go back to this one. Almost forgot something. Trump's birthday, 6/14/2025. Today he went to Rome. It's 50 days in between, like I said. If you change this 2025 to 2024, look at what you get. You get exactly 45 weeks, and Trump's the 45th president. Also, you get 315. However, if you close out the end date, you get 316, like John 3:16, sacrifice. Again, like I said in yesterday's video, is something going to happen? Numbers don't lie. Who knows what's awaiting? Now check this out. 3/13/13, the pontiff became, Pope Francis became the Pope. 4/26 will be tomorrow, the funeral. The difference is 12 years and 44 days. What is 44? Well, 44, Barack Obama just happened to be the 44th president. Is that coincidence? Then look, after Pope Francis' funeral, the process of electing a new pope known as the conclave will begin. This will likely occur within 15 to 20 days after the funeral and involve cardinals under 80 years old. Now check this out. 3/13 again, 2024. That's the last date. That's of 2024. Let's put it like that. 3/13. This is so deep. I'm nervous saying it. Because now you think about it, I should have made this 2025. 3/13. This is deep, y'all. This is too deep for me. Then again, I know why I did the 2024. Look at this. If you take 3/13/2024 and you subtract it from 4/29, which I'm thinking they'll select a pope by then. I'm just thinking as a hunch. The difference is 1 year and 47 days. Who's the 47th president? Trump. But look at this. The anniversary of the pontiff is 3/13/2024. I didn't include this year, but look at here. It's 1 year, 6 weeks, and 5 days. What is 165? Well, June 14th is the 165th day of the year, and Trump was born June 14th. What are the odds? And he's going to Rome. See that? June 14th. 165th day of the year. Are these numbers speaking? Are they telling us something? June 14th is Donald J. Trump. Then we can't rule this out because J.D. Vance saw the pontiff the day before he died. And like I said in a few videos, he walked in an area where there was a big X. And the very next day I did another video and the journalist was holding the microphone. And the microphone, I believe, had 24 on it. And the 24th letter of the alphabet is X. Well, Hillbilly Elegy is the book title of J.D. Vance, the vice president. It was released June 28, 2016. June 28th. And then he had a movie there afterwards. So let's look at this. June 28, 2016. Take June 28, 2016. I'm sorry, June 28, 2025. Subtract it from the day that I believe they'll choose a pontiff. Because really it's been done within 48 hours before, people. In relation to your start date. The difference here is 8 weeks and 4 days. Barack Obama was born August 4th. I want to really clarify 8-4, which Barack Obama was born August 4th, and 4-4, of which Barack Obama is the 44th president. Long before Barack Obama came on the national and international scene, both 84 and 44, as I have decoded, shown, these are marked numbers, like of evil, of something nefarious involved. And to me, the birth certificate question came up because to me, it was allegedly a hint. And what is that? Barack Obama had to fit these numbers like a hand in glove. He had to fit the August 4th and he had to fit the 44th president. The numbers are telling, in my humble opinion. Now, I put this in gematria calculator. President Donald John Trump departs to Rome, St. Peter's Basilica. Comes out to 312. What is 312? Watch this. Donald J. Trump received 312 votes over Kamala Harris. When Trump beat Kamala Harris, it was 312 to 226. 312 to 226. Let's take that number, because numbers speak. I'm taking 312 minus 228. But it's 226. Let me redo it. 312. It comes out to 86. Will it mean anything? Once a pontiff is chosen, I'm going to look at the numbers. I'm going to look at the country. I'm going to look at the man. But I know one thing. This look, it has stuck with me ever since I did the research on the lotus flower. What's coming, people? What is coming? I'm Friendship Pearson. Tell me what you really think. God bless.